This is Linda Medina Rosario, and I am going to be elaborating on chapter 17, Lord, Teach Us to Pray. One day, Jesus was praying in a certain place. When he finished, one of the disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, just as John taught his disciples. Luke 11:1. Teach us to pray. This is a prayer all by itself. God delights in our prayers. He revels in each prayer, each so precious to him that we are taught that he collects them as beautiful bowls of incense. Praying is a powerful and deeply rooted tradition in Christianity. It is communicating with God. Praying symbolizes surrendering completely to God. Surrendering to God requires a willing heart. We need to believe in God's authority and power and that he is in control, even when the world and everything in it may be in chaos. God teaches us that prayer is conversation with him that builds our relationship with him. Jesus' life was shaped by prayer. When we read the Gospels, we are able to see all the times Jesus went to be by himself to pray. We also see how he joined others in prayers and in worship. We see how he turned his eyes and his heart to heaven in silent or open prayer. Jesus had an exceptional prayer life. Prayer was central to his life. It was not only his regular habit, but his go-to in emergencies. Jesus prayed and he spoke in authority. There were no emergency, difficulty, necessity, or temptation that he would not pray over. The disciples, noticing Jesus' authority, noticing the compassion he showed, and his miraculous power, were stirred to ask him to teach them to pray. The disciples' request was answered immediately. It is important to note the exact words spoken by the disciples. They said, teach us to pray, not teach us how to pray. Hence, Jesus provided them with what was to become the most popular pattern for prayer that we now have and or know, often called the Lord's Prayer. It is a prayer that serves as a roadmap, a prayer that provides an outline of key elements which are important in prayer. These elements are adoration or praise, submission, yelling to God's authority, petition, prayer for and on behalf of others, confession of sin, and forgiveness and protection. When we pray, we express a total awareness of our needs. We come to terms with our complete inadequacy. This is in contrast with God's complete adequacy. Prayer is the place where we let down our guard before God and allow him to examine our hearts without shame. Lastly, the truth of the matter is that we all may be able to memorize the words to the Lord's Prayer, but the Lord's Prayer is also something to be learned slowly. This, as we go through life's day-to-day experiences and we fall on our knees, praising God, submitting to God, and pouring our hearts to him, and as we continue to look up expectantly. Thank you.